The time now is 4:30 on this Thursday morning. Let's take a look at this full forecast because just like yesterday, we are starting things off with some patchy dense fog, and it's becoming more widespread as the morning progresses. So just a few reminders: reducing your speed will help you navigate through the fog, also using those low beams instead of the high beams, and keeping plenty of distance between you and the vehicles in front of you and also around you. That fog is becoming more dense and more localized, especially closer to the Baltimore Metro as we take a live look outside over downtown Baltimore. Not only just dealing with the fog, but there's also some mist out there as well. You might see those very tiny water droplets on your windshield. Parkton, you guys are seeing less than a quarter of a mile being seen up towards Bel Air, less than half a mile in Elkton, and it looks like visibilities are not too much better across northern Anne Arundel County. That also includes the Baltimore Metro. We have light winds at the surface, which is helping to keep a lot of this fog around. But the direction of the wind is coming in out of the northeast. This easterly wind is going to help keep a lot of the clouds around throughout the day. It's going to help also keep our temps on the cooler side. Compared to yesterday, we are going to be kind of similar. Temps for the most part will stay pretty much stuck in the 40s because of all the clouds and also some of that rain-cooled air. We're currently standing above that freezing mark, just like we've been ranging over the past few mornings. So it's not too bad of a start temperature-wise. We are going to be rising into the mid-40s as we head into the afternoon. Not looking too bad throughout the first half of the day. But then later on this afternoon, that's when the weather pattern gets a little bit more unsettled. I am tracking a round of some rain showers that really look to hold off until the afternoon. So right around lunchtime and beyond, we could start to see some steady, moderate pockets of rain push in. This is going to persist throughout dinner time. So if you have any dinner plans, you'll need that rain jacket on. It looks like these showers wind down. The intensity decreases as we head closer to midnight with a few areas of some patchy drizzle, and then looking at another round of rain showers throughout the first half of Friday before drier air briefly works in as we head into the second half of Friday and also into the weekend. Looking at your 7-day forecasts, we are looking at rainy and cloudy conditions throughout the rest of this week. Temps will be rising into the low 50s tomorrow and also on Saturday. And then Sunday storm system, there's still a lot of uncertainty with it. It just depends on how quickly the cold air can take over. If it takes over a little bit quickly and as it coincides with that moisture sliding in, then we could be talking about some accumulation in terms of Stevie D. The time now is 4:46 on this Thursday morning. Let's take a look at your super 7-day forecast. Temps today are going to trend more seasonal. Most of us will be standing in the 40s as we head into the afternoon. We're starting off right around that freezing mark this morning and even a little bit above that around our southern communities. But as we take a look at your planner today, temps for the most part staying pretty much stuck in the mid-40s with scattered rain showers arriving as we head closer to lunchtime, and they will persist throughout the afternoon. Some of the showers could even be a little bit steady and moderate in nature, so have that umbrella ready to go. Keep it nearby because tomorrow you'll likely need it as well. Those windshield wipers will need to be on the on switch as you head out on your morning commute. For the ride home, skies are looking primarily dry. A dry start to the weekend. We are expected to climb into the lower 50s under partly sunny skies with light winds out of the northwest. Sunday storm system, still a lot of uncertainty with it. It just depends on how quick the cold air arrives. We could see some snow accumulation, but we will likely be dealing with rain at the onset of this event as that moisture slide. Time now is 5 o'clock on this Thursday morning. Let's take a look at visibility because once again, we have that dense fog to worry about. Those low beams will be your best friend. As you hit the roads this morning, you'll want to reduce your speed because this fog is becoming even more widespread over time. As time moves forward, we're seeing a lot of this fog not only seep into Baltimore County, but also extend into northern Anne Arundel County, across Howard County. Look at Columbia. It's hard to see out there. Seeing less than a quarter of a mile. The same case up in Parkton. Less than a half mile being seen out towards Elkton and Cecil County. And it looks like visibilities are even a little bit reduced closer to Stevensville, down by Easton, and also in Annapolis and Westminster. So just like yesterday, take it slow on the roads. Temperatures this morning are starting off off mostly in the mid to upper 30s. We should be in the 40s as we head closer to the middle part of this morning. That fog will gradually lift by noon today. Just Stevie Daniels. The time now is 5:11 on this Thursday morning. Let's take a look at your full forecast because once again, we are talking about fog. We still have some of that leftover snowpack at the ground. The mild temperatures over the past couple of days really helped to diminish a lot of that leftover snowpack. And we have rain showers in store for today, along with mild temperatures as well, which is going to help deplete that snowpack, which is very good news. But because we have some of that leftover snow at the surface and we have moist air rising above it, about 5 to 6 feet above the ground, dealing with temps above freezing, this is warranting that patchy fog. It's becoming a little bit more widespread across northern Baltimore County. Visibility gets even worse as you travel up north along 83. Parkton seeing less than a quarter of a mile. Same case out towards Columbia, less than a half a mile being seen in Elkton. And visibilities aren't looking too great down towards Stevensville and along the lower end of the eastern shore, closer to Easton. We have this wind flow that's out of the northeast. It'll shift a little bit more easterly today, and that onshore wind is going to help keep a lot of the clouds around, likely helping to keep our temps capped in the 40s. We are seeing one area sitting at 40 degrees already, that being the Inner Harbor, 36 up towards Parkton, and sitting above freezing right at 36 degrees in Stevensville. But I mentioned that we're going to stay pretty much capped in the mid-40s today, and believe it or not, this is right around where we should be for this time of year in mid-February. As we head into the afternoon, we'll start to notice some scattered showers building in from southwest to northeast, and some of this rain that we deal with today could become steady and even a little bit moderate at times. And it looks like the steady rain develops around 1 to 2 o'clock. It persists throughout dinner time before we start to deal with those showers winding down as we approach the midnight hour. But then patchy drizzle is expected tomorrow morning, along with some patchy fog, and then waking up to another round of some rain showers heading into your Friday morning before a cold front trails through. So as this cold front exits, we're likely going to be dealing with drier air briefly before Sunday's storm system. But it looks like as we take a look at late February, early March, we're going to be entering meteorological spring on an above average note in the temperature department. Still some time before we get there. We have temps dipping down a little bit cooler than normal early next week. Looking at your 7-day forecasts, we have rainy and cloudy conditions throughout the rest of this week. Drier, some white on the hilltops out towards McDaniel College in Westminster. We are looking at visibilities dropping right now. So Westminster, you guys are now seeing 3 miles this morning along with the Inner Harbor. Less than that, down to less than a quarter of a mile in Columbia, Parkton as well. It's looking very limited visibility wise across northeast Maryland, down by Stevensville and Easton, only seeing about 2 to 4 miles. So visibility is going to continue to drop over the next few hours. We will start to see that fog gradually lift by late morning into the afternoon. We have some scattered showers that will work through the area today, likely taking out all of that snowpack, and we have temps rising into the mid-40s this afternoon. I'll talk more about the snow chance this weekend coming up in my full forecast. Back to you.
All right, Stevie.
Stevie Daniels. The time now is 5:46 on this Thursday morning. Let's take a look at this full forecast because once again, I am talking about fog. We do have advection fog, actually the case this morning, because we have warm, moist air advecting over a very cold ground, still dealing with that leftover snowpack. Over the past few weeks, we've been really dealing with that thick snowpack and also that ice. But when you have warm, moist air traveling over top of it, that allows the air to condense very rapidly, and it allows these tiny little water droplets to be seen. We also have light winds at the ground as well, helping to keep that fog in place. And you can see it's becoming more widespread as I continue to show this map. We start to see more white popping up. So seeing about a half mile in Bel Air, 3 miles downtown, and it's looking even worse across Columbia and Howard County, around northern Anne Arundel County, up and down the eastern shore. That fog is becoming even more dense. As of right now, no dense fog advisories, but I'll continue to monitor that with the National Weather Service. We do have these easterly winds. This onshore wind is actually helping to keep some of that moisture near the ground as well, and those easterly winds going to also help keep those clouds in place today, which is going to allow our temps to only hit the mid-40s this afternoon. Right now, they're currently standing above freezing, so that is some good good news for us. It's not feeling too uncomfortable outside. You'll still need that light jacket. 34 degrees over in Cockeysville, a tad warmer in Annapolis, sitting at 38, and 36 over in Bel Air. But once this fog gradually lifts by the late parts of the morning, we do have scattered rain showers that will take over heading into the afternoon. Highs today are only projected to hit the mid-40s because we have this rain-cooled air and all of this cloud cover in place along with that onshore wind. So the rain could become a little bit steadier to moderate in nature this afternoon. This will continue throughout dinner time. If you have dinner plans, that rain jacket is going to be your best friend. Patchy drizzle, some light showers are not out of the question heading into tomorrow morning. We could start the day off with another batch of some rain showers skirting through the areas. That warm front lifts, that cold front trails behind it. That is going to briefly dry things out heading into the start of the weekend, but all eyes are on Sunday's storm system. So yes, we have the opportunity to deal with a wintry mix, not only of rain, but also some wet snowflakes. It looks like it's going to start out as chilly rain on Sunday morning before some wet snow takes place. The uncertainty with this system is how quickly the cold air will filter in from the northwest. If it arrives earlier, that means we could see some higher snowfall totals, but then the later on it arrives, that means snowfall totals will be a little bit lower. So we're still uncertain about the amount of rain versus snow, but you can expect some slippery roads out there Sunday evening into Monday morning. Water droplets, and then that light will just be shown right back into your eyes, which is something that you don't want to deal with. The low beams will help you navigate through it. And of course, leave plenty of distance between you and vehicles around you. Westminster, not looking terrible right now, but you can see that milder air and also those light showers that we dealt with yesterday help to take out a good chunk of that snowpack. Still looking at some white kind of lingering along the hilltops, right around McDaniel College, closer to the field. But we do have seasonal temps in store for today. We also have scattered showers likely to take out a lot of that snowpack. But visibility is still looking to be a major concern, especially for our friends along into the northwest of the Beltway. More details coming up in my full forecast. Christy? The time now is 6:16. We're taking a look at your full forecast. I hate to say it, but once again, that dense fog that is with us this morning. You're likely going to be dodging it on your way into work. We still have some of that leftover snowpack at the ground, so the ground is still very cold. Temperatures sitting at or below freezing around the ground, but then about 5 to 6 feet above the surface, we have this layer of warm, moist air that's traveling just above the ground. Light winds are helping to keep that fog around as well. This is actually known as advection fog. That's what we're currently dealing with, and that's what we've been dealing with over the past few days. We have this dense fog really becoming widespread all across the area, just like yesterday. As of right now, no dense fog advisories are in place. The National Weather Service has not issued any of them just yet, but I will, of course, continue to update you on that both on air and online. But many locations are seeing below 3 miles this morning, 3 miles in Easton, Elkton. Really feeling for you guys this morning, less than a quarter of a mile, along with Parkton and Columbia, even up towards Thurmont in northern Frederick County. Temps right now are starting off above freezing, so you can see that milder air is continuing to set up shop just above the ground, sitting in the mid-40s across the western half of the state, right around Garrett County. Here's a glance at your bus stop planner. The fog is going to stick around as the kids head out to school this morning. They will likely be dodging it once again. And as we head into the afternoon, that fog is going to gradually lift by the late parts of the morning. Mid-40s today. This afternoon, our temps are going to be right around 46 degrees at BWI. Starting off with fog, but then we kind of transition into more of a wet weather pattern today. Scattered showers will start to roll in from southwest to northeast. So if you have plans to take your furry friend for a long walk like Remington, just make sure you have that umbrella with you. As we take a glance at futurecasts, these scattered showers roll in from southwest to northeast, possibly becoming a little bit steadier, more moderate in nature during the afternoon into the early evening, right around dinner time. You will be dodging this on your way home from work, seeing those rain droplets on your windshield. Rainfall totals up to an inch. That's what we can expect, but that also takes you through Friday. So we're taking into account Friday's rainfall, starting off a little bit soggy in the morning with some patchy fog before we briefly dry things out during the afternoon. Sunday's storm system still actually has a lot of uncertainty with it. We're uncertain about the exact timing of the rain versus the snow, when that transition will take place and how quickly that cold air starts to arrive. But if everything materializes and works out, we plan on just slippery roads out there and brisk conditions Sunday night into Monday morning. It could make the Monday morning commute a little bit tricky. Taking this morning, temps are going to hit the mid-40s this afternoon as the kids head home from school. And as they're heading home from school, we also have some scattered showers that will work in. They look steady and moderate, so the kids will not want to forget the rain jacket before they leave the house. Some patchy drizzle, some light showers are possible as we head overnight. It's going to make for a pretty wet start to your Friday morning. On your way into work, another batch of rain is going to slide through ahead of a cold front, but it'll cross the region right around the middle part of the day. Early afternoon, by the ride home, conditions look a little bit drier. We do look to rise back into the lower 50s tomorrow if we do see enough sunshine throughout the second half of the day. 51 degrees on your Saturday, dealing with partly sunny skies with light winds out of the northwest. And then Sunday's system could initially start out as a chilly rain mix, but then transitioning over to wet snow during the afternoon and evening. This could create some slick spots out there on the roads. If Stevie Daniels, the time now is 6:47 on this Friday Eve. Let's take a live look outside. I mean, it's hard to see far off in the distance. This is how dense that fog is. Once again, we have some of that leftover snowpack. The mild temps and the rain yesterday didn't take out all of it. So this is the reason why some dense fog is forming. We have a very warm, moist layer of air sitting over a very cold surface and light winds to keep that fog around. This is the reason why the fog's becoming more widespread. Winds are out of the northeast as well, so this is going to help keep a lot of that moisture around the area. Visibilities are down to less than a quarter of a mile in many locations, not just in Bel Air and Parkton, but downtown, Columbia, Thurmont as well. Chestertown, you guys aren't looking too bad at the moment, but I do expect visibilities to continue to stay on the lower end of the scale throughout the next couple of hours before we start to see that fog gradually lift by the mid to late parts of this morning. Temps are starting off above freezing, not feeling too bad out there, not too shabby, but temps are going to climb into the mid-40s today. This is right around where we should be for this time of year in the temperature department in February. This afternoon, we have scattered showers that will start to work in from southwest to northeast. It will become more area wide as we approach the middle part of the day. Some of this rain will also slide in late in the morning across our southwestern communities. Moderate to steady rain, that's what we can expect as we head into this evening. Here's a look at the timestamp. 5 o'clock. So 5 o'clock as you're heading home from work or going out to dinner, we do have this rain still pushing through. It relaxes and becomes a little bit lighter as we approach the midnight hour, dealing with another round of rain though. That's set to arrive tomorrow morning. So you'll likely need those windshield wipers going on your way into work as that cold front approaches. But once that cold front clears the area, conditions briefly dry out Friday afternoon and also as we head into the start of the weekend. And it's still February, it's still winter, so yes, there is still the possibility of some snow. In fact, February is really the month when we average the most amount of snow in the Baltimore area, precisely 7.5 inches. I'm not saying we're going to be seeing that, but there could be some wet snow that mixes in with that rain on Sunday afternoon. Initially, it could start out as a little bit of some chilly rain in the morning, but then as that colder air starts to slide in and works its way into the area, we'll start to see that transition over to some wet snowflakes. Ultimately, this could help create some slick spots on the roads Sunday evening and also into Monday morning. So just be on the lookout for that. We'll continue to monitor the system very closely over the coming days. Hopefully, we'll get more clarity tomorrow. 29 days until spring officially begins. We're almost there. We can do it. As we